Gemini, hi, how are you? I'm just coming in here, I'm having some coffee, and we're going to do the general reading for December 2021. I hope you guys are doing all right. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for popping in. I hope you like it, you'll come back again. And if you have been here before, that means a lot, and I do appreciate it. All right, let's see. We're going to tell Gemini. Oops. Okay. All right, let's start out with the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Judgment, Justice, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. Huh. That's you guys, by the way. All right, Gemini, let's see what we got going on. It looks like, in your recent past, you're starting off really strong. You have, apparently something went on a little bit further past, I'm guessing, that you were able to get recognition or acknowledgement for something that you had going on. And this is most likely in work, but it could be with your social groups, your peers, your family. It could be, but I really feel like it feels like this is a work thing. Like, so you were acknowledged at work. Maybe you did a special project and people noticed it. They were looking at, they were holding you in high regard for whatever it is that you were able to do. And like during that time, you maybe found a way to make things lucrative for your, for your family, for your household, for yourself. But I feel like this is something where you're passing on something to, to family members. You have something that you could pass on. And it might not be money. It doesn't have to be money. It could be life lessons. It could be, family traditions, like that kind of thing, where it's things that are important to you, they're of value, not necessarily dollars. If it is dollars, that is awesome too. If you have a business and you're passing that on to your family member. But just basically, I feel like you are just trying to, implement, like that, strong values onto people that, in your family, or the ones that are, younger than you and, need to have some values. But anyway, then we got Judgment here, and this is like a strong insight. You have realized something, and it, like kind of came at you, and you're like, oh, it was like pretty strong aha moment. So, and if this had anything to do with how you got this recognition, or how you were able to get this Ten of Pentacles feeling going on, it's possible. I don't know, and we'll see. Because right around that, then we have this Justice and this Eight of Wands with this Page of Swords. And that, to me, tells me, like, all right, this is possibly where you're just looking for balance and everything. You want everything to be fair and even, and there's not any reason to to let anybody not get their fair share. And that's right under the Ten of Pentacles, because that is actually a possibility too, where, if it is money or part of a business or something that's going to cause a legacy, not cause a legacy, but create a legacy, that you want to make sure that everybody's going to get their fair share. You don't want to have any issues like that. So I don't know if you have like a boatload of kids or just a whole lot of family or a bunch of siblings. I don't know exactly, but I don't know exactly. I don't know. But I feel like there has to be a fair share in regards to whatever this is. If it's going to get split up or something. And then right after that, we have this Eight of Wands energy, and this is fast messages or quick decisions. Things that, you know, they're flying every which way. So I don't know if these are messages you're sending out to people or what you're waiting for, but there's definitely going to be communication coming in. This it could be based on like some kind of legal situation. Sometimes it can be disappointing news, but not always. But sometimes it could be legal situations, but not always. And yeah, but it's never just news. You know what I mean? It's never just like so and so is marrying so and so, or what. It's never like that. This is pertinent. Whatever this message is, and you're hoping for it to be really fast. You want it fast, or you're sending it fast, but it's going to be an important message. And with justice right here, I feel like it wants to be a legal situation, but we'll find out when we clarify, or we won't. But All right. So then we got the Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. Now that's interesting. Now the Knight of Cups is basically possibly a message coming out to you or from you to somebody you want to, start a relationship with, possibly, make a bond with. It could be platonic. It doesn't have to be romantic, but most likely it's, might have romantic undertones to it. And with the Lovers here, that kind of makes me feel like that might be on the way to it, because with the Lovers, these are choices. And it's either like a way of life choice, and it's a strong way of life choice, or it's a choice between two different people. And so I'm kind of feeling like with the Knight of Cups here, that might just be a possibility. And the Wheel of Fortune's like right in the middle. And with the Wheel of Fortune, because our cycles are always going, they always are. And you're either riding on the top, or you're on the sides, or you're crushed underneath. And the thing about that is, it's kind of based on the decisions you make in life, where you're going to end up on that wheel. And, you always kind of hope that it's for, circumstances are changing. But how they change is the choice that you make. Lovers. So if this is not a relationship, it's based on the choice you make. Huh. Interesting. Let's clarify and see what we can find out, because now I'm very interested. All right, so we got the Ten of Pentacles. What do we got the Ten of Pentacles for Gemini? All right, we got the Three of Wands and the Five of Cups. It looks like, all right, you were looking for something else out there, like you knew something was coming into you, and you were waiting for it, and, you weren't even sure what it was, when it was going to get there, so it might have been something that you're building up here. But I feel like you were also being made aware of what you don't have anymore. Like what's gone? There's, things change, people are no longer around you for whatever reason. And you got that feeling of, well, whatever happened to so-and-so, or, well, remember that one? That kind of feeling. So I feel like that might be pertinent right now in your head for some reason, and I don't know why. Unless, you might have heard about somebody passed away, or, somebody moved, you saw their name in a paper somewhere. Something like that. Like you were triggered to start remembering this stuff, and you're thinking, oh, this was great, and, that was awesome, and I'm sad now because I don't. But you just have to remember that you still have. And, all's not lost. And what you still have is what's important right now. So you have that. Okay, you got that. You're building on stuff. What about your Six of Wands? Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like with that, all right, so say if this is the characteristics that you might want to take on, it's being grounded, being stable, being able to, you know, work your finances really, you know, really well, being really good with your finances, and because you're looking for balance. Like this is a matter of, you want to make sure things are fair and even, and that brings me back up to this Justice, and you want to make sure there's balance. That it's not that you're going to, like, you know, you're going to take a lot of extra effort and energy and put it into this to make sure there's balance and that everybody is being treated fairly if that's the situation that's going to be happening. Because that makes me wonder, like, you know, when you have this Ten of Pentacles energy and then looking at the Five of Cups, I'm like, is that what might have triggered the Five of Cups? Because of whatever you were trying to like bring out to the people that you're around now, and maybe you're going into your past and, you know, thinking about things and showing them things and, you know, teaching them about the past, you know, in your life when you were coming up, and maybe that's what maybe triggered it to make you feel a little bit sad about it, about what's not there anymore. What's this? Judgment, sorry. The Tower and the Sun on the Judgment. Well, it looked like something is going to come to a quick, sudden end. I mean, just it's poof, it's gone. But that is because the foundation wasn't sturdy enough. And with the Sun coming out with it, you're okay with it. So even if it ended and maybe it was, you know, it caused some brief sadness. I'm going to say it was brief though, because it feels like it was meant to happen. And you're not sad about it because you might have wanted it to happen. And I couldn't imagine what it was. But maybe there was something. Keep going back to this Five of Cups. But maybe not even. But whatever it was, that brief ending or that quick ending to something, the sadness about it was very brief. You know, you were like kind of almost, whatever. You know, that feeling. Let's see about this Justice. The World and the Queen of Cups. All right, well that makes sense because you had the Tower, that definitely ended a cycle there. And then you have the World, and this is probably the beginning of a new one, or it's just you feeling whole in what's going on right now. Like you feel a completion, like things have come full circle and you're ready to move on with something else. I feel like this Queen of Cups energy, again, now this could be somebody in your environment, you know, they're very in control of their emotions, even though they have a lot of them, but they're, like, she has a little lid on her. If you look at all the other, I don't know if I have any more here, but like if you ever look at the King of Cups or whatever, she has a lid on her cup, and the King of Cups doesn't, and whoever else, I don't have many here, they don't have lids on there, so they're not in total control of their emotions, and she is. And I never really knew that before. I always thought, you know, she wears her heart on her sleeve and da-da-da. And she does, but she's in control of them. It's not like, you know, it's not like she's losing it all the time, you know, because the way things are going. No, she's very much in control, even though there are a lot of them, they're a lot in control. I feel like this might be somebody around you that, you know, might be involved in what kind of justice you want to have or what kind of fairness you want to have. And when this whole thing completed, maybe they were a part of that, or, you know, just like helping you realize the completion. Let's see, Eight of Wands. Oh, The Eight of Wands again. Yeah. 8-8. 8-8 is very, I gotta look this up because I keep saying it. In the angel numbers, it's like, well, it's like infinity, but then there's something else. It's a very strong number if you look up your angel numbers. But, and we got 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of options for whatever this message is or whatever this action is that's going on so fast. It's going to bring out a lot of options to you. But you want to make sure the options are not so many of them that you don't even make a choice. Because, that happens. You got so many and they're all up in your head and you're like, and you never actually pick one. Or you want to make sure they're not all pie in the sky kind of things. Like, these things are floating around on the clouds. So maybe they're not all solid. They're not all able to be done. So you just have to watch out for that. Now what about this Page of Swords? What about this Page of Swords guy? Alright, we got the 5 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. I feel like this message, it might make you feel like left out of a situation or whatever it was that you were doing. And maybe you thought it would have been better news, the outcome might have been better in regard to what it was. But I also feel like you are not going to settle. So even though, you have these 3 cups, you got this other one, it's offering it to you, and you're like, no. No, I think I could do better. So I'm feeling like, all right, whatever the news, if that's what it was, if that was news, it wasn't great, so you're feeling left out a little bit, feeling like you lost something, but you're not going to settle. So you're not going to sit and say, just be sad about it. You're just going to keep plugging away at whatever it was that you were going to be doing. And we got the Knight of Cups. What do we got with the Knight of Cups? The Star again. No, I don't know. Let's see, I got the Star and the Knight of Cups again. That is so weird. All right. Well, I think you're hopeful for, if I had to say that, I think it's hopeful for a relationship. Because dude be coming out twice, right? And that's what he is. He's Mr. Romance. He could be Mrs. Romance, too. All about making romantic gestures and, looking for love. This Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Wands and the 7 of Coins. Well, I feel like you're going to be doing something that that you're going to be able to build upon this and make it bigger and, get to that 10 of Coins. Working hard for it. So whatever this was, maybe you want to do it again. Because there's nothing wrong with having 2 10 of Coins. Or if you're thinking, I could do this, or I could take this little coin that I haven't planted yet and maybe go to another path with it. Like I want to go somewhere else and build that up. So you might be thinking about doing that, but you know what? It's going to be, it's going to be a lot of responsibility. It's going to be a lot of burdens. And it's something that you need to choose whether you want to do that or not. Like all these 7s of Cups. So you want to make sure your options are available and, they're actually viable when you make that choice. And let's see, what about the Lovers here? Oops. The Lovers and the High Priestess. You can't plan this, just so you know. Alright, so the Lovers came out twice. The Knight of Cups came out twice. Well, the High Priestess is all about using your intuition for something. About looking for, things that are hidden. That, looking for the deeper meaning of things, and yet finding the secrets and the hidden information or whatever you're looking for. So maybe when you go to make this choice, you have to find the hidden information so you can make that choice. But I still feel like there's... let me try one more thing. Because that's just too coincidental. 2 Knight of Cups and 2 Lovers. And yeah, the weird thing, there's no 2 of Cups. So it's like I can't even... So I feel like it's a choice. I really feel like it's a choice, but... Well, I got the Hermit, the Justice, and the Ace of Swords. Well, I feel like you have to look within. I know that. Right, so you're going to be doing some soul searching. That's what the High Priestess too. I mean, you're like looking within. You got to go with the gut. You got to like, pull yourself away from everything so you could just sit and think with your own thoughts and not really, getting everybody else, involved, I guess. And the Justice, and this keeps coming up too. And I don't know if that was something to do with this information that you were receiving. Here, sorry. So whatever it is, you still want it to be fair. You still want it to be, balanced and, everybody's getting a fair shake. And you're going to do a lot of communicating. So whatever it is, that you have to do a lot of communicating and a lot of soul searching to make sure it's still going to be fair. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense to you. It did. It did up until this. So this is what I'm not sure of. But maybe you are. And if you are, please write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And, yeah, I'd love to hear about it because this is interesting. All right. Okay, and I'll be seeing you back for the new moon readings for the 4th of December. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your month. Bye-bye.